Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor Hazelton, and today I'll be showing you how to create a dot-to-dot page using Canva. This is going to be a quick and simple tutorial. Before we get started, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. All the support really means so much to me, and I greatly appreciate it. Alright, let's get started. So you're just going to want to head on over to Canva. I already have a document up and ready to get started. If you're unsure where to even begin, you can go ahead and watch some of my other videos. To give a quick idea on what you would do, you would hit create a new design in the top right hand corner. It says something like that, and you would want to select your sizes for your book. I recommend doing 8.5 by 11 because usually these books are for children, so the bigger the book is, usually the better they can draw and do the dot to dots or color, things like that. But if you're making this for adults, or if you just want to have a smaller book, then that's totally fine. But 8.5 by 11 is usually what I tend to see people create. So you're just going to want to figure out what your dot to dot book is going to be about. I selected this random cat outline. If you can find designs that are more simple and have outlines already, that's definitely going to be easier for you to create a dot to dot book like this. This is just going to be a very quick and simple tutorial, but you can do this with any sort of design that you find. And if you have any other questions or comments, please feel free to comment them below. Alright, so let's get started. So I just have this outline of a cat here. I'm going to change it to purple because I want it to be easier to see the dot markers or the dot to dot shapes that I create, and I'm going to want to hit this circle on the left hand side, and I'm going to change the circle to black just because that tends to be the color circle that are on dot to dot books. You can obviously do whatever you want to do. So then I'm just going to drag this over here. And you can make these dots any size you want. This really isn't that bad. You can make them a bit bigger. I think I'll make this one just a little bit bigger so you guys can see it better. There we go. And you just want to line up the cat or whatever outline you have. Please try to remember that for dot to dots, people are going to be doing straight lines. So if you have corners or things like that, you may have to add more circles so that way the lines don't get all messed up. But all you do is just go across the outline, copy and paste these circles, and you just go all the way around. And see how this is sort of a straight line here, so I'm going to spread this out a bit more. And then on the curves, I'm going to add some more circles just so that the outline doesn't get too messed up. And you just want to do that all the way around. And once you've completed that, then you're going to add numbers in, so that way whoever is using your book knows where to start and what lines to go to. So you can just add a text on the left-hand side, scroll down here. I'm going to change the font a bit. You can choose whatever font you want, but I would just choose a font that is easy to read. I'm actually going to go back to the one we had and just bold it for now. And that is so much better to read. I'm going to change it to font size 12. Because when you have circles that are all around each other very closely, it's going to be hard to have a big font size. And then all you want to do is put the number right next to the circles in the order you want them to draw them. So I already did this earlier just to save some time so you didn't have to watch me do this the whole time. So I'm going to scroll down, and as you can see, I have the dots all the way around this cat. And I started doing the numbers. I didn't keep going because this is meant for a tutorial, so I didn't want to waste more time going all the way around. I think you all get the idea, but if you have questions or want me to do a more detailed tutorial, then please let me know, and I am more than happy to try to get a video out with that. So as you can see, I have circles all the way around. I have a couple numbers here. You would want to just keep going so that way you have numbers across the entire outline. But if you notice here, there are some lines within this outline that don't really have dots on them, and that's because there's not really a good way to have the lines connected where it wouldn't get messed up, since this is one big continuous line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this cat to black, and I'm just going to add those extra details that already into the design. So how I'm going to do this is copy and paste this cat because I'm going to need 2 of them. I'm going to double click, and as you can see, I'm allowed to crop this image, and I'm just going to crop it so I can get the specific outline. If you can't do this, then you can create or recreate this outline or detail of your image by going to the Elements tab, and there are lines and circles and things like that. But if there's a way for me to just use the actual image itself, then I find this to be so much easier to do. So I think that's good. I'm going to edit it a little bit more because I got a little bit of the outline in that I didn't want. So there we go. I'm going to put that right there. And for your very last circle on your image, in your very first circle, you're going to want a line there connecting both of them together. You don't have to do this, I guess, but this tends to be the standard for dot-to-dot images. So I'm going to add a line right here because this is my first and last line. And then I'm going to connect this right to it. And as you can see that's where the outline of the cat's leg is going to be. And then the other detail that is missing, I'm going to just drag this other cat over here, is right at the cat's tail. Now this might not actually be necessary to do, but I just wanted to show you guys this so that you could get an idea on how to actually do this for yourself. So there we go. I think that's good enough. I'm going to put that right here. And that is it. You would want the numbers to keep going all the way around. I maybe would want to have this a bit bigger. It's not really taking up the entire page, so I could just copy everything and then expand it. You can also group them all together up here. That way you don't have to worry about messing it up, and I can make it bigger and smaller, center it how I would like to. As you can see, like the circle sizes are bigger now and everything's changed, so definitely keep that in mind whenever you're creating your image. You can expand it in the beginning or expand it after, however you would like to do it. And if the numbers were going all the way around, then it would be completed, but since I didn't finish that, you would definitely have to add that for yourself. I do recommend printing out your images and doing the dot-to-dot yourselves. That way you can see how it would look, and if all of your numbers are in the right space and your circles are in the right space. There's some things that you might want to tweak afterwards, like if I printed this out and noticed that some circles weren't in the right area, or I wanted to take some out or add more in, then I could do that. So I think that's a really great idea before you publish your book, but again, that is totally up to you and whatever you want to do. I do recommend finding images that are more simple and already have outlines, like this cat on the left here that I just did, or this bird. If you do something more intricate, that is definitely your own choice, but probably more difficult. So if you're just starting out, I recommend doing something simple like this cat right here. So I really hope this was helpful. I know it was a very quick tutorial, but I wanted to give you a general idea so you could create your own designs and use your own creativity. But I hope that this was beneficial to you. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It really means so much to me. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and have a wonderful day.